Hello people, another beautiful day. Yeah, hope your five senses work, health, and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? Steam Deck tribe, nation, universe, world, legion, what's good? Mom, what's that in the squad, what's up? Nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators. So, Nvidia is trying to get in on the handheld market, huh? Well, Gabe Newell told everybody we couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run. And it's been lights out, and then Sony put their games on the Steam Deck, and Microsoft followed suit. Yeah. And once Valve made that statement, the competitors was like, okay, we got something to say about it. But now it seems like Nvidia is jealous of AMD. Listen to this. Listen to this. It says here, Nvidia reportedly wants gaming handheld to dominate AMD again. Says here, so I can get this here. Says here, Nvidia unhappy with AMD-based devices on the market. A report states that Nvidia wants to pursue handheld gaming. It might partner with Intel for the dedicated portable gaming hardware. The company is not happy with AMD's dominance in the market sector. It said if Nvidia hopes to catch up to AMD and competes with Intel's if Nvidia hopes to catch up to AMD and competes with Intel's handheld alternative that are anticipated later this year, it's now or never for the company to return to a portable gaming industry. The Switch 2, which many believe will arrive in early 2025, is already expected to be based on Nvidia silicon. However, popular rivals like the recently launched Steam Deck OLED and Asus ROG Ally and more already saturating the market with AMD hardware. This may change in the future, however, with rumors suggesting Nvidia intends to return with a dedicated gaming handheld. Why it matters? Handheld gaming is still growing, and it holds the potential to rival home consoles in the future, as shown by Nintendo Switch. And it says here, as per YouTube, Moore's Law is dead. Moore's Law is dead. Nvidia is developing a handheld PC gaming device, stating that the company is serious about the push. Nvidia is serious about making more handheld device with their graphics IP in them. Moore's Law is dead. And take that with a grain of salt. It says here, the reports state that Nvidia does not enjoy current AMD dominance in the market in console gaming in general. According to the report from the same source, PlayStation is also working on an AMD based handheld. It seems Nvidia wants to make an early investment while this market is still expanding. Moore's Law is dead state that the company is now working with somebody on a premium gaming handheld. Although the identity of this partner is unknown, he speculates it might be Intel. While the company will already dominate this market through the Nintendo Switch 2 next year, Nintendo has always taken a conservative approach to hardware. And then it says, therefore, it's encouraging to see Nvidia is considering a handheld that can go toe-to-toe with the best. Steam Deck. Says here, it is also important to note that this isn't its first experiment with the market. Previously, Nvidia Shield served as a streaming device in addition to a portable gaming console. It was similar to the Logitech G Cloud, but ultimately failed against competition in the industry. And that is that. Well, look. When the Steam Deck came out, it was perfect timing. Valve have their own games: Dota, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress, Left 4 Dead, Portal, and of course Half-Life. Valve has their own games. They have the Steam store. Valve has been trying to have been trying that gaming with their Steam machines and all that. They've tried, but Valve never gave up. So once Valve teamed up with AMD about this Steam Deck, and I'm sure behind the closed doors they were talking for quite some time, and you know the whole process. When they dropped the Steam Deck on the market, and when Sony showed God of War running on the PlayStation, that was it. Game over. Okay? Valve came out, and Gabe Newell came out and said, we couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run. And once they said that, the competition knew what time it was. They knew. They knew the handheld market has changed completely. The Switch was out, but the Switch was never on the level of the Steam Deck in terms of running games like the way they're supposed to be run. Most of the games that the Switch has are from past generations of consoles. Okay, it might look like it can handle today's games, but it's not on the level of the Steam Deck. Gabe Newell came out with the Steam Deck and made an announcement and told the public, we couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run. And what made the Steam Deck so unique was like the way the buttons they were laid out. They were laid out on the Steam Deck. And once they came out with it, it's been lights out. Valve opened a line of communication with the users. The users sent their problem to Valve. Valve sent it back with an update. And it was like this, like a windshield wiper. Back and forth, back and forth. That's why the Steam Deck is so successful. Nvidia on the other hand now, they saw I guess they probably saw the success that AMD is having with Valve and the Steam Deck, and I'm pretty sure it got to them. So now they're trying to come out with they went with Nintendo. That's one. They went with Nintendo, and then I think they were with I think it was Asus ROG, and a few others, but those handhelds didn't have the impact like the Steam Deck did, and it's been lights out ever since AMD teamed up with Valve, man, and they haven't looked back since. So Nvidia is seeing this now, and they're like, okay, we got to come out with our own handheld, you know, to compete with Nvidia trying to come out with their own handheld now to compete with AMD, but Valve has been on it, man. On 99% of the, I would say 99.5% of the Steam Deck success came from communication. Okay, communicating with their users and following it up with updates. That's the biggest success with the Steam Deck, to me, in my opinion. But other than that, man, it's been lights out ever since. So Moore's Law is dead is saying that they're coming out with Nvidia's trying to come out with their own handheld. Well, they got their own work. They got their work cut out for them, because they're gonna have to they got to compete with the ROG, Lenovo. They got to compete with ANEO. They got to compete with 1X. They got to compete with GPD. They got to compete with the OXO. They got to compete with the Odin. They got to compete with even the Orange Pi and the MSI Claw. So Nvidia got their work cut out for them, but the Steam Deck is a force to be reckoned with. Valve came out with 3 models of the Steam Deck: 64, 256, 512, and they priced them right, and made sure that everybody could get one, and yeah. All 3 models use the same specs, and yeah, the response was off the charts, and they were listening while they were updating the first 3 models, the 64, 256, and 512. Valve was in the kitchen working on the OLED model. So when people were taking shots at the Steam Deck, Valve was listening. They followed it up with the OLED model in HDR. and they haven't looked back since. So yeah, yeah. Nvidia got their work cut out for them, man. You know, the timing of the Steam Deck was right, and yeah. I mean, even with the Switch 2 coming, most PC gamers are looking forward to the Steam Deck too. They're looking, even with the Switch 2 coming, and you know, PC gamers saw what happened to the Switch when it came to the Batman Arkham games. They saw that. PC gamers are looking forward to the Steam Deck too. So Valve is in the kitchen working on that. So when that time comes, they'll deliver it. But right now, Nvidia got their work cut out for them. You know, I mean, sure they got their AI and they got their ray tracing and all, but and of course they got GeForce now. But still, the Steam Deck is a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, they got their work cut out for them, man, when it comes to these handhelds. You know, the timing of the Steam Deck was right. Was perfect. In the middle of a pandemic, that's when they dropped it. You know? In the middle, at the height of the pandemic, that's when it came out. And the timing was right, man. And Valve hasn't looked back since. So Nvidia has their work cut out for them, for as like building a handheld and trying to come out with something to compete with the Steam Deck. You know, because it's gonna take more than AI. It's gonna take more than AI and ray tracing to dethrone the Steam Deck. I'm just letting you know right now. It's gonna take more than that. So, yeah. And and then on top of that, the Steam Deck Steam got so many deals when it comes to got those deals when it comes to Steam, and I mean, yeah. The Steam Deck can already run Windows on it, so Nvidia, man, got their work cut out for them, man. But the Steam Deck is no pushover, man. I mean, the other handhelds like the Lenovo, Asus, ANEO, 1X, GPD, Logitech, the OXO, the Odin, and others, they're feeding off the energy that Valve brought to the table. They're feeding off the energy that Valve brought to the table, because that statement was powerful. We could not find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run. And then they was like, okay, we get it. Okay, we got something to say about it too. Meaning that they're gonna build something powerful to keep up with the demand of video games, and they've responded. So yeah, it's gonna take it's gonna take more than just AI and all that to beat the Steam Deck. Because right now the Steam Deck has momentum. So yeah, but Nvidia, you don't like the fact that AMD is dominating the market? Well, let me say it this way. Don't take PC gaming for granted. Don't take PC gamers for granted, man. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, because when PC gamers was looking for a handheld, Valve answered the call, and they did, and they're still delivering with all those updates the Steam Deck is getting. So yeah, and yeah, they haven't looked back since. We'll see, man. This article tried to talk about the Switch, but the article don't want to mention the fact that the Switch that the 64 gig model Steam Deck could run Batman Arkham Knight better than the Switch. They don't want to mention that. So yeah, the Steam Deck is the handheld, man. So AMD is looking good right now. You know, in the handheld space, you know, because I mean, look. If Nvidia comes out with a handheld, okay, what design is going to come in? What made the Steam Deck so unique? It has the D-pad, buttons, 2 analog sticks, and a touchpad underneath, separated from everybody else. The Switch has the Joy-Cons. Okay. The Lenovo got the detachable controllers too. Asus has the analog D-pad buttons, analog. Okay, all right. Then there's a 1X, the OXO, and all that. So yeah, which design are you gonna follow? So Nvidia, which design are you gonna follow? So yeah. But other than that, man, the Steam Deck is no pushover, man, by any means, by any stretch of the imagination, man. So yeah, I mean, Nintendo's coming with the Switch too, but every gamer knows that the Steam Deck is the Steam Deck 2 is gonna be a problem when it comes out. So yeah, so yeah, Nvidia got your work cut out for you. Moore's Law is dead. Good info, but we're gonna take this info with a grain of salt. You know, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see though, see what Nvidia does though. But right now the Steam Deck is doing its thing. The Logitech G Cloud, that's a good handheld too. You know? Yeah. Nvidia has their work cut out for them. I think the best thing for them to do is like put their tech inside these handhelds, you know. But right now, AMD seized the opportunity when they needed to. You know, they did. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars, Star Trek thing. Or Dark Side. Go. Peace.